Every time we get a good rain, the water comes over this bridge or these two culverts and floods the road. The sheriff's department has to come out. They have to put cones out there. They got to direct traffic because the water's too high. The water's too high because this right here, that is an 8-foot hole right there. But there's so much rock and sediment that's come in there that has filled up the culverts where they're no longer able to contain the water that's coming through. And because they can't contain the water that's coming through, the water's going over the road. So I called our city superintendent or our county superintendent to get them to come out here and clean it. Well, this was about 5 years ago. They cleaned all of this right here. But as far as under the bridge, they didn't get any of it. And when I asked her, Miss Judy Harden, when I asked Miss Harden, I said, what can we do about that? She said, I can't do anything about that because the state will not let me put a piece of equipment in that water to clear out the culvert. So because we can't get the rocks out of our creeks, the roads are flooding. And this is all over Sumner County. It's all over where we live that we're having these same exact problems. Used to be construction workers would come in and they would take their machine and clean up these areas and they would put the rocks and sediment in their trucks and they would sell it to people. And it gave people reasonable rock for their driveway. They could do landfill with it. They did different stuff, but now they can't do any of that because the state, the EPA, our federal government, has now deemed it that some worm that lives in that water is more important than the people that live in this community. I don't really understand it, nor do I agree with it, but that is our life nowadays in 2023.